Alright, this tutorial is on building a holiday card using Photoshop. Many photographers like using Photoshop to build announcements, cards, and other types of advertisements. And so let's make a holiday card. The first thing you want to do is just go to File and New, and let's make a 7-inch wide by 5-inch tall, and make sure it says inches here, not pixels, with 300 resolution, because most cards are printed and we want at least 300 pixels per inch for printing. And let's just call this holiday card and then maybe your last name. Okay, and then just hit OK, and you've got a nice 5x7 canvas. Now on the screen here it might look bigger than 5x7 or smaller depending on that. In Photoshop, how do you see the size you're viewing is right now down here. We're viewing this at 50%. So if you want to view your card at, say, 100%, you type in 100 down here. That's a lot. 100%. And you might not see it, but you are seeing it a lot bigger. You have to navigate around this canvas. So if you hit Command 0, it just fills your screen, so about 50, 52%. Okay, so hit Command 0 every once in a while to see everything you're working on. Okay, so this is going to be a nice 5x7 holiday card. Many people do those. And so the first thing I want you to do is find some photos and fun things to go in the background of your holiday card. So in this case, I'm just going to go to File and Open. I've saved off a couple items. And so I'm going to get those off the desktop. I've got a nice holiday scene here, and I want to put that holiday scene on my card. So I'm going to go to Move, to the Move tool, and just move it on. Okay, now, and I'll get rid of this. A lot of times when you move the photos on, they're smaller than 300 resolution. They're smaller than that 5x7. So to fill it all up, just hit Command T, drag this to this corner, drag this down this corner. Now if you hold down Shift, it's going to constrain it, because if you don't, you're going to squish and squash this image. So hold down Shift, and I'll just pull it down to this corner here. Okay, luckily that one fit pretty well. Also, it's a nice scene and everything. I'm going to put some text on here and my name and whatever, and Happy Holidays, but I don't want it to be so prominent and so you can really see it. So I'm going to put this in the background as actually a little bit blurry, kind of a nice soft bokeh look. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Filter, come down here to Blur and Gaussian Blur. Gaussian Blur is a really nice blur effect that you can do, and you can see it happen right in the background. So I'm just going to make this scene in the background nice and kind of blurry a little bit, just about where you're feeling there. And I'm going to turn the opacity down of the layer itself as well. So it's nice and light and kind of blurry back there, but it's just an accent in the background. Now the next thing I want you to do is put like Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or whatever you're into. I'm going to put Happy Holidays here. So I'm going to go to my type tool, and I'm going to pick a nice type font that will go with the holidays. Okay, so I'm just kind of looking at my list here and finding just a pretty type font. And then I'm just going to click once in the middle. And then, 60 point would be about right, maybe even 72. And I'm going to type Happy Holidays. Now it's going to go off the page there, but if I go to my Move tool, I can just move that over here. Okay. So Happy Holidays, that looks great. But you know what? I think it's going to be fun to put a photo in that background. Now, it looks already nice, but let's put a photo stuck inside there that we've done some other projects. So I'm going to delete that for a moment here. And let's go bring up another photograph. So first do this. Go to File and Open, and I'm going to bring another holiday card here that I've downloaded from the internet. And I'm going to hit Command A, which will put the marching ants all the way around it, and then Command C, and it virtually copies it to the pasteboard, virtual pasteboard. So Command A to select it, Command C to copy it. Instead of go up to Edit and do that, I can just do it with a command. On a PC, it'd be Control A and Control C, but I did it Command C. Okay, I can get rid of that now. It's copied. Now I'm going to take my type tool. I'm going to hold down, and I'm going to go to the horizontal type mask tool. 72 point. Click right here. I'm going to center that and just click once. I'm going to type Happy Holidays. Okay, and check mark. Now it's going to have the marching ants going around just that. All right, and to paste in there, I go to Edit, Paste Special, Paste Into. And there's that holiday scene in the background. I go to my Move tool, and sure enough, there's that bird that's stuck in my holiday scene. Hit Command T, and I can stretch that out and put it in the background there. Some nice fun colors, and there you go. And then I'm going to come down to the effects down here of my layer and click on effects and do a drop shadow. Make that kind of a little bit longer and softer. Now when you use your layer effects, always click right on the name of it, not on the check mark. Check mark is just to turn it off or turn it on. But if you click around the name of it, then you can change the bevel and bosses. You can change the different things it does. And then I'm going to add a stroke of color of white around that as well. So that looks fun. Now to move it, if I move it now, it's just moving the background image. So if you want to move them both together, just click right in between the two. Down here in your layer, just click, links them together. Now if I can hit Command T, I can stretch that out, holding down Shift, check mark, it moves everything bigger and nice, okay? Now the next thing I want you to do is add your picture to it. I've got a goofy picture on here, but maybe if I can find a better one, I'm not sure. On my desktop, I'm sure I've got some more with my picture on it. Let me just go to the desktop here. I'm going to grab the picture of me. It's not a great picture, okay? And so I'm going to put that on here. So go to my Move tool, drag it on. I want that a lot smaller, Command T. And I place that down in the corner here. You'll put it right up there. And then I'm going to add a Santa hat on my head here. Now to clip me out, I would just take my magic wand, put that about a 2 feather pixel, and I would just draw around myself here, my head. So you can do this to your picture and then just kind of swoop around. So I've got it selected and hit the delete key. And to fix it up a little bit, take the eraser and just kind of go clean it up. Now your eraser, here's where you change your eraser sizes to soft eraser. I want a soft eraser, and I'm going to use my bracket keys, I, O, P, bracket. I'm going to change those and just kind of soften that around my ear and the places that I made mistakes here. Just kind of soften it so it looks a little bit nicer. Small little tiny brush, just to get that black gone here. Did a very good job, but it's all right. And I could go make a big, huge brush. Make that bigger and make that softer. Oops, I started erasing the wrong layer. That's all right. Okay, so I've got my picture here. I'll put it down here in the corner somewhere. I don't know, over here. Okay, I want to put a Santa hat on me. So I've got to go to the internet real quick. I'm just going to put in here Google Santa hat. Sure, there's plenty of images of Santa hats. Okay, I'm going to drag this Santa hat to Photoshop. Now, I took it straight from the internet. If I want that larger, click on it once and it puts a larger image. I better do that so it's a lot better quality. Now, it was okay when I dragged this over. Watch the difference. See how big that one is compared to the other? So I'm going to put this small Santa hat on me. That resolution is fine, but the resolution is a lot different on these two images. If I bring this one up big, you'll see it very pixelated compared to the other. Okay, so just to show you that don't take, when you bring these over, don't take the thumbnail, but take the original larger photo. If it doesn't go any bigger when you click on it, then don't take it. Okay, so I'm going to click and get rid of that. And then I'm going to go to this, that's my picture here. Go to my Santa hat. I'm going to take my magic wand, which is under your quick selection tool, magic wand. Click on that white area. Now when I hit delete, look, it's going to delete some of this Santa hat. If that ever happens to you, just go to your lasso tool after that, hold down, I believe it is Option, and kind of draw quickly around that, and then swoop around, and then hit delete. Oh, wrong way. I'm going to do just the opposite of that. I'm going to go back in time here. Hold down Shift. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to add area to this. So I'm going to hold down Shift. See the little plus sign next to it? I'm going to get that and move all that. I'm just going to swoop around this, all the way around. And then I want to add more here. So you can add more and less if the magic wand doesn't totally work for you. Okay, I'm going to go back in time, so I swooped a little bit too far. I shouldn't have done that. I really just want to just get this area. I just want to make sure that area is not going to be taken out. Is it Option? Yeah, it's Option. Okay. Oh, still taking too much. So let me show you something really cool, because this is a perfect time to show you this. See how this white, when it sees this white here and it kind of grabs some of the Santa hat, because it's very similar in pixels. If you don't want it to grab as much, okay, go up here to your tolerance and turn that down to about 10 or less. So now it sees a tolerance of just that white area. Okay, better, right? Command D, get rid of that. And then I'm going to take my eraser, and I'm going to erase just this area here with 100% opacity. I want to erase that because I need just the hat. It's going to go on my head there. Okay, that's better. And then see where it's made a few mistakes here. Just make your brush smaller with your bracket keys and just go clean it up. I'm just drawing around it. It's kind of hard to draw with this brick in my hand here. It's just a mouse, but it works. You get good at using the mouse as a graphic designer, that's for sure. Some graphic designers use a pen tool or a Wacom tablet that does a better job, or Wacom, or however you want to say it. So I'm going here and just kind of clean it up and make it look nice and soft. Now, I'm using a soft eraser with a real small eraser and just cleaning up around these edges. And since it's fabric or hair type of thing, or faux hair, it looks pretty good by just doing a little bit of that. You can kind of blend it in. Okay, so I'm going to hit Command Move Tool to move it. Command T. Oh, it's got a little bit of this stuff up here. Erase that. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my Move Tool, Command T, and I'm going to put this little Santa hat right on my head here. And if I want to flip it over, right-click on it, flip horizontal. And you can twist it, have some fun with it. Cool. If you think it's cool. My face is kind of ugly in there, darn it. Oh well. Clean up around my ear a little bit. Just want to make myself look a little bit better. You know. Nice. Okay, so it looks like I was definitely wearing a Santa hat. All right, now the next thing you want to do is you want to put in some information. Now hold back down on your type tool, go to your horizontal type, regular type tool, see the horizontal type mask, or not the mask, but the regular tool, and click once here. And then here's where you put down from. Now, when you work with type, you want to have your fun decorative type here, but not the same as your text. So change that to something a little more simple. Maybe Times Roman or Georgia or one of these, you know, ones that have a serif on it, but a little easier to read, more like a book would have. I'm just going to put, you know, from the Crandalls. Or I'll put from Mr. Crandall. Move tool. And if you want to stroke around that, just go to your effects. I'm going to add a stroke of black around that. Maybe a little drop shadow to make it a little more impressive. Oh, that's Bevel and Boss. Drop shadow. And then Command T and size that. So it's very easy to read, and you know, just a nice holiday card. Now, if I want to add some other things into this, you know, I can easily go do that. I think I've downloaded a snowman or something here. I'm going to go see if I've got something like that in my holiday card things. Oh, there's a cute little guy there. So I'm going to take my Move tool, move it on. Okay. And then Magic Wand, click on that white part, hit the big delete key. And I've got this cute little insignia here I can put into my design. And I could put a lot more down here, or information, or happy holidays, come to our fun party. Just a fun holiday card. It'd be nice to have my family down here, but from the Crandalls, and have a bunch instead of myself and my hat. It might be kind of fun to do that with all of your siblings or your family. So there's a good way to get started on a holiday card. So get going.